Hi and welcome to Loopy Mabel's Closet. My name is Jane. So today's video is a sequel to my collaboration with Kris from Sew Notes on the Rhapsody blouse that we both made, and this is what I made my blouse with and just showing you exactly what I did. So hi and welcome back. So before I continue, I know you like to know what I'm wearing. So today I am wearing Tilly the Buttons cocoa dress in a pink gingham scuba fabric, which was a Minerva blogger make. And I've got this on today because it's absolutely freezing outside. Yesterday it was red hot. I was in the garden doing the gardening and it was really warm. And today we've got the central heating on. I've got socks on, and obviously I've got my cocoa dress on because I need some warmth because it really is cold out there today. So yeah, so obviously you'll have seen, but you may not have seen, my collaboration video. I'll put the link for that up there that I did with Kris from Sew Notes, and we both got together because we both bought the Rhapsody blouse pattern from Love Notions. When it came out after it had been updated. I knew it was getting updated, so I waited till the update was finished on the pattern, and then I purchased it, and so did Kris. And we were just chatting on Instagram, and she said she'd got it and I said I'd got it, and we said right, let's both make the blouse. And obviously there's more details on that vlog. So I said in the vlog I would show you, obviously you made the blouse in this fabric, but I said I would show you what the fabric came from. So it came from this dress that I've had. It's about 2 years old, and I bought it when I was obviously a lot bigger, and I just loved the print. I loved the drape. It's got the button band down the front. It's got a lovely neck, ruched neck detail, but there's a heck of a lot of fabric in it. And just turn Mabel round. It's gathered at the back. There's absolutely tons of fabric to it. And this, when I got this, it's obviously ready to wear from a high street shop. And I think I got it in, I'm sure I got it in the sale. And it's a large, but I think it's also a maternity dress. So that's probably why there's a lot of fabric on it, but I always wore it over jeans and I really loved wearing it, and just loved the fabric. Let me just put Mabel down a little bit level, that's better. And I was going to put it in the charity bag because it's like an absolute tent on me now, ginormous. The sleeves are absolutely massive. But then I thought, I mean, there's so much fabric and it's a gorgeous paisley. I think it's viscose. Let me just have a quick look, see what the content of the fabric is. And it's 100% polyester, but it's got a lovely soft drape to it, and it's just fabulous fabric. And I thought this would be, if there was enough fabric in it, I could make my Rhapsody blouse in it. So obviously I got the pattern out beforehand just to see if it did fit, and there's, like I say, tons of fabric, and I thought what a great way of upcycling this dress rather than giving it away, putting it in a charity bag, which, you know, I would have done if it was something that I probably would never wear again, but because I really like this fabric, I thought great for upcycling. And now I've made this blouse, it's now made me realise that, or it's now made me think, next time I can go out shopping, don't know when that will be, clothes shopping. Not that I will be going clothes shopping, but I like to go browsing with my mum and my daughter, coffee and browse. If I come across any maternity dresses that are in the sale, that is a bargain. You know, you're going to get quite a lot of fabric for your money, and that could be cut up and obviously recycled, upcycled, then I am definitely going to start looking in the maternity sales section, because you do get a heck of a lot of fabric. I mean, there's loads on this dress, absolutely loads. I mean, the gather on the back, I mean, there is tons and tons. So obviously there's definitely enough to cut up my blouse, because obviously you've seen my vlog. But so really I just wanted to show you that what you can do with something that you would maybe not normally think, oh, recycle or upcycle. And again, charity shops, I'm going to definitely head towards the larger section, because you're going to get a lot more fabric for your money, and maternity section as well, if it's in, you know, if there is anything like that. It just made me think about when you go into a clothes shop, just don't automatically go looking for your size. Well, obviously, like I said, I won't be going clothes shopping really, because I'm quite happy with my dressmaking. I think I can't see me going buying anything unless I see really something gorgeous and special. But it has made me think for fabric, future fabric purchases, if I can get, you know, a couple of meters of nice fabric that I could utilise in a garment and recycle, upcycle, then I'm definitely going to try that. So that's made me think that. So I'm going to go over to my cutting table. I'm going to save this gorgeous button band that's all the way down the front. I'm going to save that, and I could perhaps utilise this gorgeous button band for something else. So I will save that. So let's go over to the cutting table. I'm going to cut it all apart and then put my pattern pieces on and just show you really how simple it can be. So just a little bit more close-up detail. Here's the back of this dress. I mean, there is a good well more, gosh, good almost a metre in fabric on the back, because it's got the gathers there and there, so there's a lot of fabric. And there is the front with the button band. So I'm going to cut the button band out, and the neck, because I quite like that neck detailing. I might be able to do something with that on future creations, who knows. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons on the button band, so I'm just going to cut that off and save it, and maybe hopefully use it for something else. So these are my pattern pieces, and there isn't an awful lot. I've gone for the bishop sleeve. There's the front, the back, and you've got the yoke and the sleeve cuffs. So that's all you've got for the pattern. Let's get my rotary cutter out. I'm not going to unpick, I'm just literally going to slice the seams. And I don't know why I didn't think of this before, because the amount of stuff I have put in the charity bag since I lost my weight, I could kick myself now, because I could have probably utilised all the fabrics. But there you go. So I'm just literally going to take off the sleeve and save that neck. Same again on this sleeve. So I'm doing the 3/4 bishop sleeve, so there's enough fabric there and plenty of fabric for me to get my sleeve out. So I'll do exactly the same with the other sleeve, and there will be my 2 sleeves. So I'll just put you on fast frame and show you how I cut the rest of this dress out. So obviously, before I keep cutting, I've got the back and the front are both cut on the fold. So because I want to keep that button band which is at the front, I'm going to use, there's 2 side seams. There's a side, obviously there's three seams. So I'm going to use one side of the dress. Let me just get this button band out of the way. There we go. So there's the button band there. So let's just get that out of the way. So now I've got obviously a seam there and a seam at the back. So I've got enough. What I'm going to do is use the seam on both the front and the back, so they'll both have a seam in it, but that's fine. And I'm just going to place my pattern on the seam, and then obviously flip it over and cut it out for that, and do exactly the same for the front, because there's absolutely masses of fabric. I'll just have to use the seam up the front and seam up the back, which is no problem. So I'm just going to cut out the front, I'm going to cut out the back. Should be able to get the 2 cuffs on the leftover pieces off the front and the back, and the 2 sleeves. And I've still got the yoke piece to cut out. I might have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery to get my yoke out. If not, I will just find a contrasting fabric to add as the yoke. So let's get this cut out. And I must remember to put my fabrics the right way up this time. Last time I did a sleeve, I did the sleeve going the same way. So I need to make sure I put my right sides together, or wrong sides together, doesn't matter. then I'll have opposite sleeves, not 2 back sleeves like I did last time. So I've got my sleeves out, I've got my front, my back and my cuffs, but there is not enough for me to get 2 yokes at all, just nowhere on the fold. So I'm going to have to find a contrasting fabric. So let's have a see what I've got. So it's got like a brick red and like an off-white, obviously it's navy blue, and there's like a pale blue and little flecks of like a caramel. So let's just see what I've got in my stash. So I've got some of this, I think it's viscose, which is a little bit similar to those little, which is, you can see, kind of. Got some of this left, this viscose linen, which I think might be just the ticket for the yoke. So I'm just going to use that for the yoke, and I may even cut another set of cuffs out and bring it in for the cuffs as well, just to bring in that colour a bit more, because I've got plenty left over. So let's have a go at doing that. So that's my 2 yokes. So I'm going to, while I've got this fabric out, I'm going to cut 2 cuffs out, and then I can see what it looks like. And if I decide to go over the contrasting cuffs, I've got them cut out. So I'm just going to cut 2 more cuffs out. So I've got my 2 cuffs in that contrasting viscose linen, so I've got the choice then. So when I come to make it, I can decide nearer the time. So I think I did quite well getting that Rhapsody blouse all cut out. Obviously I didn't get everything cut out in that fabric, but I'm really pleased that I found a contrasting fabric, and I think it's going to look quite nice. So I am really pleased. And obviously you will have seen the finished result in my other vlog. But just a little idea really before you throw your clothes away to charity or whatever. Have a look, see how much fabric is in that garment. Is it good enough to keep? Is it good enough to upcycle and make into something else? So hope this video inspired you to maybe rethink before you throw all your old clothes away. Poor Mabel is now naked. But you know, it's just an idea for you, and it's definitely made me rethink. By cutting up this dress, I've created enough pieces to make my Rhapsody blouse, which I think is brilliant really, because I've upcycled a dress that I probably would have thrown away, given to charity this time last year. So I'm really pleased, and definitely when I go out window shopping with my mum and my daughter, who knows when that's going to be, but when we do, we go out for our coffee and browse, I will definitely be hitting the maternity sale section for sure. If I can get a decent size piece of fabric in a garment, in a probably more maternity garment there, and it's in the sale and it's good value for money, then I am definitely going to look at that for sure. So yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this project, and hope I've inspired you too. And thank you also to Kris too from Sew Notes, who I did the collaboration with. I'm always up to do collaborations, so if anybody out there who's also got a YouTube vlog and you fancy doing a collaboration with me, please message me over on Instagram, Looping Mabel's Closet. I would love to hear from you if you've got any ideas. But until the next time, thanks for joining me. We've had a little bit of a frugal session, I think, and I quite enjoy being frugal now and then. So if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give me that lovely thumbs up. And if you've just found me and you like to follow along with what I do, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But until the next time, thanks for watching and happy sewing.